Feeling a little down, Wilby spent the day at the lake, at his favorite spot. Out on the peninsula, it was quiet, only hearing the occasional car pass every few minutes on the main road. For the most part, it was just the sounds of the birds, the wind, and the water. It's always a little difficult to get to this location, but Wilby's always happy when he gets there and just closes his eyes and let all of his stress melt away.
The Ooga-Loogale is a creature that's been spotted many times throughout history. However, this is the only known photograph of the Ooga-Loogale. Those who have laid their eyes on the creature's flesh form have claimed that they hear its name every few minutes just randomly in the back of their minds. Ooga-Loogale. Most people find it to be an annoyance, but after a long enough time, it's enough to drive someone insane. Ooga-Loogale. Howdy y'all, and I just want to thank everyone who joined me on last Friday's live stream. Once again, it was a blast, and it may have taken 2 weeks to finish this one, but here is Piper in a non-chibi form. Those who were on the live stream will remember I had a reference sheet I put together where I used random generators to randomly generate most of the aspects about Piper here. So once again, thank you everyone who joined the live stream, and remember, every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I go live here on TikTok. While taking a long walk, Wilby found himself a little parched. But it was such a beautiful day, he didn't want to just get a drink and drink it inside, and he didn't want to keep walking because he wanted to let his legs rest. So he stopped in at the closest place that he could, get a drink, and sit outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. Although spring is several weeks away, this day felt like a beautiful spring day. Unfortunately, it's still too cold for the birds, and Wilby still wants to go feed some. However, he thinks he might know of a place where he can find a few pigeons this time of year. For now, he'll sip his drink and enjoy the weather.
What is that? What is that? It's not a bear. What the hell is that? It has no fur. Oh my god. What the hell is that thing? What is it eating? Oh my god. Is it eating that guy that was up in front of me? The guy that passed me on the trail? Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh, no. What do I do? If I run, what if there's more of them if I run? If I run, what if it sees me and chases me? Oh god.
The Imaback may have a dozen eyes around its body, but none of them are used for hunting. As this creature hunts, looking for radiomagnetic waves. You may think you're safe, but your cell phone is constantly emitting radiomagnetic waves. This allows the Imaback, in modern times, to locate its victims rather easily and pin them down with its tentacles and begin eating with its rather small mouth. Remember, the Linktree link in my bio can take you to my other social media accounts. During my last live stream, I got the first drawing done really quick, so I went right into doing something different. Okay, it wasn't really planned out to be something different. I just am a little nervous after that band to try to go through my gallery looking for a picture. So I just started messing around, and eventually this thing started to look like a giant robot eye, and then I wanted to make space, and it came down to really wanting to make something that looked like an old book cover that you would find at like a Goodwill or something. A few user-suggested titles and award things and randomly generated name, and ooh, there we go. It stares back based on a true story. A sci-fi tale that never occurred. Recently, Wilby had to deal with an incident where he wasn't allowed to eat at a restaurant because he didn't have a shirt. After buying one, he still felt a little down. Looking to the parking lot, he saw some pigeons and some crows just wandering around. He decided to buy some bread from the restaurant and go feed them. This lifted Wilby's spirits quite a bit, as he still has not gotten to feed the ducks at the lake. However, he still has a looming feeling of dread, and he doesn't know why, but for now, he's just going to feed the pigeons. The Wendigo is a mythological creature or evil spirit originating from the folklore of the Plains and Great Lake natives, as well as some First Nations. It is based in and around the East Coast forest of Canada, the Great Plains region of the United States, and the Great Lakes region. The Wendigo is seen as the embodiment of gluttony, greed, and excess. Never satisfied after killing and consuming one person, they are constantly searching for a new victim. She was on vacation with her husband, and they were scoping out graveyards on the way, as you do, when she saw it, rising out of the old cemetery, big as an old macabre telephone pole. Was it some kind of bizarre art piece the authorities hadn't gotten wise to yet? Even as she stepped out of the car, the megaphones on its head screeched to life.
9, 18, 1, child, 17, remove, file.
A buzzing, doubled voice screamed random words at her. At this point, it jerked into motion, striding down the hill towards her. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, spending most of its time pacing back and forth. However, when someone views its face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. Covering its face with its hands, it will begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. After approximately 1 to 2 minutes, it will begin running to the person who viewed its face. Upon arriving to their location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill them. In 100% of the cases, no traces are left of the victim. Shimilak is thought to be an ancient creature showing up in folklore around the world. However, in recent years, many have speculated that these creatures were once visitors from outer space. Their evidence for such claims rests solely on ancient alien theories. However, these creatures have never been studied up close. Wilby loves to go all out when he goes for a hike in the woods. With his explorer's hat on, he can tell himself that he's exploring nature. At times it dawns on him that he's not just pretending to explore nature, but he actually is. Wilby really enjoys going out and seeing all the animals and the trees. With spring already in motion, Wilby found it fascinating to see that it still looked like fall time on this trail. Today was a good day for Wilby, and he was happy that he got himself out to go explore nature. Little Chub might look cute and cuddly, but unless your idea of cuddly is a slow and painful death, I would advise you to stay away from it. Its chubby appearance is not fat folds, but rather very stretchy skin folds. And if you get too close to Little Chub, it'll open its mouth wide. A mouth that is capable of opening up large enough to swallow a fully grown black bear and swallow you whole. But you won't die right away. You'll be covered in a substance slightly more acidic than vinegar. You'll feel all itchy and burning and suffocate within its very stretchy body. So don't be lured in by Little Chub's cuteness.
This is not a test. The entity has begun feeding on the moon again. It is advised all citizens take shelter underground for the next 6 weeks to avoid loss of life from ejected moon debris crashing to the planet. Time to make preparations is estimated to be 4 hours. Please make preparations and take shelter to avoid injury or loss of life.